Go ahead.
So, just first of all, your thoughts as far as like, what do you like most about the roster now that it's pretty much set, primary guys and all that?
Yeah, I think what I like the most is just the balance. I think we got a lot of ways to score. We got some guys that can post, some guys that can go get in the paint, draw two, get a shot for themselves or create for others. So I think we got great depth too, and I like the experience we have, but we also have different classes too, where we have some freshmen, some sophomores, a lot of juniors. So the opportunity there for not only this year but also for retention and starting to sustain some of that. So I'm excited about how the group came together for sure.
With the Peru trip, you get more practice time. How have you gone about kind of structuring the off season, and since this kind of comes earlier than last year's trip, like how does that impact kind of the off season schedule and things like that?
Yeah, it just allows us more time really for film work, and then just everything from install to individual workouts and things. I think the thing you got to be most careful of is still summertime, but it just allows us just more time to do a lot more teaching and coaching because you're not so constricted by time. So you can really take your time and really for a new group, really kind of install all the details of everything you're wanting to do, and you get to do it over a 6-week period in the summertime, which is a huge advantage for us. So I'm excited about that opportunity that we're going to have with this group.
You've done a couple of these trips recently. Like anything you've learned from the past years that you're applying this year? Any changes you've made to kind of like things you've done in the recent years with these trips that you kind of should maybe change or done differently now?
I think the biggest thing is we actually get more time because you're not really restricted at all. On previous trips, you had 10 practices or 10 days, so we get more of an opportunity to spend time with them, and especially in the film, that side of it, where you can really sit down and break down, the individual workouts, what you're doing, team workouts, those type of things. So it's just a great learning opportunity for our team to take advantage of.
Darren, what does a night like this mean to you guys?
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, we got a great group in the summertime. You're starting kind of the next season almost. It's early for us, but we got guys coming in June 1st and starting workouts. So it's fun to talk about kind of the group we have coming in and what that looks like, and as we get started to start our summer workouts but yeah, overall it's a great feel, great vibe. Celebrating. Sig's got the center stage tonight with the national championship, and he should. So that's kind of fun, and I know he's looking forward to his upcoming season as well.
Kurt's doing the pace car. What's that going to be like to watch? I mean, have you ever ridden with him in a car? Are you confident about it?
I haven't ridden with him in a car, so he's got to watch that. Maybe turn 4. Make sure he doesn't get too wide there. So there's a lot of pressure on that.
You got your.
I don't think anybody's ever wrecked the pace car, so
You got your first live recruiting period this weekend. What are your thoughts on kind of the later start for live periods, and do you have thoughts on a class size for 27?
Yeah, overall, just we'll see how that shakes out. But in the ideal world, every year we're kind of getting 2, 3, 4 freshmen, depending on what you got returning and what you got coming back. But again, just trying to build that stability each year. We have 3 incoming freshmen, actually 4 now. For this upcoming season, so excited about that, and this first opportunity is getting out there and seeing all the kids again. You haven't seen them, a lot of them, for a while now, so that'll be good to be back in the gym again.
Darren, you had a lot of different pieces like you did last year, but this year, what does this group in particular offer that you probably weren't able to get done last year that you really wanted to?
I think the number one thing is, we prioritize as just making sure that we had some size and get a little more depth at that position. And then just, be able to get more guys that can maybe create on their own too. So I thought we were able to accomplish both those things with the class that we have coming in. So again, it gives us great versatility in what we're able to do on the offensive end. So we can throw it inside. We can still play in space the way we love to play and shoot threes like we like, but also be able to get guys that can go create on their own, especially late clock. Having somebody that can go by somebody, get in the paint, create for themselves, create for others. So I like how this group again came together on paper, and now it'll be fun to watch it develop over the course of the summertime.
With Aiden Sherrill and Samantha Gatola, what's your theory on like how much you want to play them together, how much maybe you want to split them up. I know it's only May, you got a whole summer. But what's your initial thoughts on sort of how you want to play them?
Yeah, we'd love to play them together, and that will be what we'll start out the summer doing and seeing how that plays out. But the more we can have both those guys out there together, the better. And Aiden has that ability to stretch the floor as well. So it's not like you're giving up some of the spacing, because he can certainly step out and shoot it and drive it. And I think there's going to be a lot of things that he's going to surprise people on what he can do out on the perimeter, as well as taking advantage of just his size on switches and posting and those type of things. So again, it just from a lot of different areas, from the rebounding aspect to what we're able to do. Just the pure size, having both them out there is something that we're looking forward to having.
How have you gone about trying to build the non-conference schedule for this year? Any kind of differences that different strategy than last year, or what's your kind of focus as you kind of try to build that together?
Yeah, I think we got some. I'm not sure what's all concrete, but I think we have some good opportunities out there. Again, some really good games, some challenging games that we're excited about. As that gets us ready for Big Ten play. So it in a lot of ways similar, to what we had last year. They added a non-conference game for us too, so there's one more opportunity there for us to play another non-conference game as well.
Darren, what's the biggest thing you learned after being head coach at IU for 1 year that's maybe surprised you or didn't surprise you?
I mean, it's what we talked about. It's a place where you can win at a high level. Fans are very passionate. People in the recruiting space, recognize the brand of Indiana, and that's exciting. And you've certainly seen that, as we've gone through the portal, the attraction to Indiana is real, and people are very excited about getting the opportunity to play, in one of maybe the greatest home court venues in all of college basketball.
Thoughts on the expansion? I know you've probably talked about the expanded tournament already, but what do you think so far?
They're 1 year too late. So, no. I think it's been in the works for a while. So it is what it is. When it expanded from 64 to 68, it was different, and now it expands again. So it's just different. It's still going to be a great tournament regardless. So our goal is to make sure that we're in it.
It's the first time in a long time you've been prepping for a season without Tucker. What's that been like?
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of workouts because we didn't have a lot of guys to work out here this spring. So, certainly excited for his next adventure and things. It's definitely different. That opportunity you get to coach your son in college goes by fast, and now, he's moving on to, his next chapter and things, and as are we. But certainly we'll miss having him around in the locker room every day.
What are the most impactful things Marcus Burton could do for you?
I think what Marcus does is, again, just that ability to go get a basket, but also he's when you watch his games last year, he made a lot of really good reads in pick and roll, and the decision making I thought was really impressive. Sometimes you think 20 points a game and stuff, but he does the other stuff really well too. And I think he's also one of those guys, 7 seconds on the clock. He's one of those. He can bail you out a lot, and you need to have guys like that can go get one, when stuff breaks down, and you need to be able to get in the paint to, again, either for him to score or to go play make for somebody else. And he also one of those. He has an elite mid-range game. I mean, it's one of those guys that he gets to 15 feet. That's kind of his money shot.
Right.
So excited about that and what that leads to, especially in pick and roll opportunities. So there's so many teams that play in drop coverage. He's going to put a lot of pressure on that type of coverage all season for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.